So if you want to grow your Instagram following, you need to identify this thing first and answer these 3 questions, which I'm going to cover in today's video. So let's get into it. Basically, the first thing you need to do is decide your Instagram identity. There are many different identities you can now have, and knowing what your identity is on Instagram allows you to be able to grow today, allows for anyone to be able to grow on Instagram for what their needs are. So we're going to go over 3 things that you need to ask yourself in order to decide which path that you want to take. Focus on these 3 things first and picking your identity before moving on to what your strategy is, because it's really going to impact what you do to grow and how you do that. Okay, real quick, if you don't know who I am, I'm Kelly Hill. I am an online content creator, influencer, and UI UX designer, and I've been working remotely for the last almost 6 years now. And I love helping other people be able to work from anywhere and create careers online. So let's get into today's video real quick. We have the influencers and content creators. Next identity on Instagram are the industry experts or the educators. This is maybe it's a doctor sharing about their holistic approach to health and what they do with their patient. Might be a professional microblader and sharing her process for how she does eyebrows. It would be any sort of educator. So someone who works in the sustainability industry, they're really high up and they educate others on sustainability and sustainability hacks. This is a great for if you want to use Instagram to amplify your already growing career. You might have been in real estate for a while, and so you are a real estate expert and you share educational tips, tools, and tricks for real estate, kind of showing your expertise. So if you are in a specific industry or a specific field or career, having a lot of Instagram followers will really kind of beef up your credibility. People will say, oh, you're the VP of this company doing this. And they're like, oh my gosh, and you have 20,000 Instagram followers, and they see you're sharing that same sort of stuff related to your career and your field. They're really going to see you as an expert. And then our third identity are the business owners, entrepreneurs, and service providers. You might just be owning a small business in your town, a restaurant, graphic design business, photography business. So what these are important for, why you need to know what your Instagram identity you want to be is because 1, you need to create focus on what you're doing and what you're creating. 2, it's going to help you reach your target audience and help you grow a lot faster. 3, it's going to dictate 2 other things that we're going to talk about that you really need to identify after you identify your Instagram identity. And that is what type of content you're going to create and how you're going to make money. So we have our 3 questions that you need to identify in order to either decide your identity or to choose your identity. So you need to decide, why do you want to grow your Instagram followers? What type of content do you want to create? Or if you've decided your identity, what type of content do you then need to create? And then how are you going to make money from this? There's a lot of different ways. Ways you can make money will kind of dictate what type of content you're going to create and why you're growing. So they're all related. We need to pick this identity because which identity you pick equates exactly to the path of the content you're going to create and how you're going to make money. It's going to have a huge factor on what you're going to be posting about. You think you want to be like an influencer, right? You want to live that influencer life that you see, traveling the world, staying in hotels, getting all these free clothes. But then when you look at what kind of content you have to create in order to do that and how you need to work in order to make money doing that, you might not like those things. Say you have already been starting a real estate business on the side, you already have clients and you've already started that. You realize, oh, I don't actually want to work as an influencer and content creator. I already have this way that I can make money and I really just want to grow my presence, so maybe I'll go that route. So that's why it's important to understand not just the identity. 3 questions you need to ask yourself to figure out which identity is for you. And so that is the why, the what, and the how. So the first question you need to ask yourself when figuring out which identity do you want is, why do you want Instagram followers? Okay. And if you already are self-selecting yourself in one of these categories, in one of these identities, you might already have a side business that you want to grow. Maybe you have an online store, and so you already know, well, I want to grow on Instagram because I want to get more customers for my store. So you kind of already know that why. The other thing to think about is maybe you're just looking for a new career path. So maybe you're a little bit more open to these things. And if you're just looking for a new career path, this could be starting a new business, or it could be starting a new business as a content creator or influencer. So you really just want to go deep dive into, like, what do you want to grow? Why do you want these followers? And it's better to think of it as like, what community do you want to build? And maybe it's easier to think of an extension of the community that already exists in your life. So how can you build that community greater onto the online space? Maybe your why is like, I want the authority that comes with it. Like, I just kind of want that like insta fame, and that's completely okay. It's a normal human thing. We want to have credibility. We want recognition from others for our achievements, but you just don't know what it is yet. So that is completely okay. So fall into that category where it's like, you think you want to be that influencer, or you just want to, you're not sure, and you know you want to have an impact on people, right? Because you have an impact on people in your personal life. Then you need to go into these next two questions. And you should go into these next two questions if you've already identified what identity you are. After you identify, why do you want the followers, okay? And you need to identify what kind of content are you going to create. Now, you might want to be an influencer, but the type of content that you need to post to be an influencer, you don't actually like posting about, okay? Maybe you like posting more educational posts about real estate and not doing like funny, trendy videos that are making people laugh. So just because maybe you thought you want to be an influencer, you might not like creating that content. And the name of the game is basically, you're going to be creating a lot of content. We want to think about our why. Do you just want the authority? You want to be that influencer? Or do you want to reach more customers for your store? Do you want to find more clients for your business? Now that we've gone through why and you've picked out your why, then you need to figure out what. So what type of content are you going to make, and what type of content do you need to make for that Instagram identity that you want to have? Are you always making your friends laugh? Then maybe this would be great for you to try funny, trendy reels, or making little funny skits that are related to your life, things that you would like send your friends. Like, what is something that's going to make your friends laugh, and you make micro videos of those things that are making your friends laugh. So with this route, going the influencer content creator route goes hand in hand with this, because this is just really about your personality, and it's a lot about entertainment. So with this route, if you go this route of being influencer content creator, and let's say you're doing funny videos, the way that you would make money through this would be posting reels, becoming a creator on Instagram, that Instagram pays you for those reel posts, just like they do on YouTube, just like they do on TikTok. So they pay you for those views, or you partner with brands and they pay you to sponsor an ad on your page to share with your audience, or they will pay you to create a funny video that they can use on their page. Or you might not like or want to do the methods to make money through being an influencer. Maybe it's already easier for you just to like get more clients for this business you've started. Maybe you just want to grow Instagram followers because you just want to start a side business and you just want to make money on the side. So we need to figure out which way you're going to do that. What's going to be the easiest for you, what's going to be the fastest for you, and which method are you going to enjoy doing the most that you're going to want to do on the side. Maybe you want to go the more blogging, content creator, influencer route and do more aesthetic or inspirational things. Maybe this is creating more information on how you live a specific lifestyle. Tips for decorating your home, or cooking, or recipes, or where you're traveling to, or what you're wearing. If making that type of content is appealing to you, where you want to make kind of more aesthetic videos, or maybe a little more informational, like how you put together this charcuterie board, then the way you would make money through that is, again, you could make money through posting reels. Instagram pays you, and working with brands, and they would pay you to sponsor on your page, or you can create content for them that they can put on their page. But basically with that route, you want to treat your Instagram page like a portfolio of work, so that when a brand decides if they want to work with you, they need to be able to see that you're creating content that aligns with their brand and that they would put on their page. Want to be able to work with brands, you need to think is some of this content similar to like what a brand would want to see from me and be able to advertise? Makes it feel more organic that way. So this is something you have to think about, the how you'll make money and the type of content you're going to create with each other. And so have this holistic view on your page. So if you decide you like to do that, you want to get a little specific in the types of content you want to create, see it through a specific lens. So maybe you're making funny, relatable stay-at-home mom videos and showing your day in the life that way. Or maybe you have this very like neutral boho wardrobe, and so everything is kind of through that lens. It's sort of like having a niche, more of just having like a style, and that style can be part of your personality as well. So it just depends on what type of content do you want to create, and then creating a bunch of that same type of content. There's one really important thing you need to remember. It's that most people will only know you for one thing. And that's why I say it's good to focus with like a specific lens, because people are just going to know you and remember you for that one thing. And it makes your content really, really bingeable, which will make you grow faster because people will want to watch or look at a bunch of your content at once because it's all very similar. And I was talking with one of my neighbors like on the beach over the weekend. They wanted to grow their following, and they were like, when I told them, okay, well, these are the types of things, if you want to be a content creator and influencer, this is the type of content you need to make, and this is like how you make money doing it. They're like, oh, well, I don't actually like want to do those things. You still want to grow your Instagram file. You realize you still want to be that authority. You just realize might not be that Instagram identity. And so that's where you can dive into, is it you being an industry expert or an educator, or is it for your business as a business owner or an entrepreneur? So with that, you're going to be looking for more clients or more customers for your business. So the content that you make, it needs to be showing off your business, showing off like what you know, or giving like little micro tips if you're educating about something. Maybe you're educating about real estate, targeting those people who want to learn those things, or they are looking for that type of business. Maybe they're looking for a realtor. With this type, you can still also do funny, relatable videos if that's like your jam and you just like doing that too, because the other thing, when someone hires a business owner or a service provider, maybe it's a graphic designer, they also just want to like working with that person. And so showing some of your personality allows them to see like maybe they just get along with you and like you and share the same interests as you. And so that makes them want to hire you or work with you even more. So let's recap real quick. So you need to pick your Instagram identity and what you want. So you go through your why. Why do you want to grow on Instagram? You go through what type of content do you want to create, and how are you going to make money through this method? And when you go through that and you realize what you want, go back to the Instagram identities, the 3 Instagram identities, and see which one that fits in best. So now that you know these things, your Instagram identity, and you've answered these 3 questions, you are ready to get started growing. I have a free guide on ways that you can grow your followers. I will leave the link in the description below. You can download that and get started, but I want to make sure you have the tools to put you off on the right foot, because that is what's going to make you grow more. If you like this video and you found this helpful, please like this and please share it with someone that you know who maybe needs to see this, or maybe you have a friend who's like you think would be great to grow on Instagram in some way. Please send it to them. I'll have another video up soon on some more things for how you can grow on Instagram and what you need to do to monetize soon. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. I will see you guys next time, and good luck growing on Instagram.